Good Friday morning. This is Wade with Tungsten Cat Gaming, and like I said, I'm coming at you with a different video. Today, I'll be going over my NFL playoff predictions for the 2019 Wildcard round. To begin things off, as you can see on the screen, we have the Indianapolis Colts against the Houston Texans, a division matchup, and the Texans took the first game in the series. But the Colts were able to get the second game of this matchup. So both teams are 1-1 against each other. And I definitely think this is going to be a close matchup, as does Vegas, as they have Houston as a 1-point favorite in this game. I will be taking the Texans. I am a Texan fan, but that's not why. I do think with the return of Kiki Cutie, it looks like he'll be playing this Saturday. Also, they're going to be home, which I think will help a lot. The fans do make a difference, even if people don't believe it. Home field advantage is huge. And hopefully, somehow we can contain T.Y. Hilton just a little. If he has under 100 yards receiving, I definitely think the Texans win this game. As last game he played against us, he had almost, 150 yards. He definitely destroyed us, as usual. But I just think the wide receivers for the Texans, Hopkins and Cutie, they're just a little bit better than the Colts wide receivers. And I think that'll give us a little bit of an advantage, even though our defense isn't as strong as the cornerbacks are. So, hopefully, Bill O'Brien actually calls a good game with the offense, as he's struggled the past couple of games, but hopefully he doesn't call any dumb plays. He did better Jacksonville Week 17 to get Deshaun Watson running more, which I think he needs to do, especially with Lamar Miller beat up. Because if we can get 60 yards from Watson, another 60 yards from Miller, that'll be pretty good ground game. And Watson is super athletic, so he can break one if he needs to. The point spread for this game, it's 48, and I had the Texans winning 27-24, so I'll be taking the over in this game. Actually, I'm taking the over in every game, so we know one of these games is going under, but I just don't know which one. So I feel more confident with the overs in all these games. So we'll see how that goes. The Colts and Texans matchup is January 5th at 4:35 Eastern, 3:35 Central. And we'll see what they can do. If Deshaun Watson and company can get their first win, the playoffs, or if the Colts are able to overcome. Our next matchup is going to be the Seattle Seahawks at the Dallas Cowboys. I definitely think this game is going to be really good as well. I like Russell Wilson a lot. He's definitely a good quarterback. I like the Seattle Seahawks receivers. Their defense is better than I think most people thought it would be. But the Cowboys are going to be home, and Ezekiel Elliott is no joke. However, if Seattle can stop Ezekiel Elliott, I don't think the Cowboys will be able to win this game. Because I don't want to have to rely on Dak Prescott throwing the ball. Even though he's done great with Amari Cooper, but Amari Cooper's all he's got. The tight end, sure, he had a 3-touchdown game Week 17, but you can't rely on 3-touchdown games all the time. And Cole Beasley, he's all right, but they don't have, aside from Elliott and Cooper, they don't have the help like Seattle does with Tyler Lockett. Even David Moore for Seattle had a good year, and Doug Baldwin, if he's healthy, he's always a threat. And Russell Wilson is also, both Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott are a threat to run out the pocket. I definitely think Dak will need to do that to try to get those first downs. if I was the Cowboys, I'd want to have long drives, 7, 8, 9-minute drives, and not let Seattle get the ball. Because we've seen how electric Russell Wilson can be when he gets to the playoffs, as he almost has 2 Super Bowl wins. So this game, Dallas is a 2-point favorite, but I'm taking Seattle in this one. I do think Seattle wins, and it's a 43-point spread, and I have Seattle winning 24-20. So we'll see how that game goes. That game is the last Saturday game, January 5th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, or 7:15 Central. Then our next games for Sunday is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers against the Baltimore Ravens. And this game was really, really hard for me to pick. This game was hard for me to pick the over-under for this game on who I thought would win the game. So I'm going... This game I could see not being close at all. I could see either the Chargers or Ravens somehow, breaking away like the Ravens did week 16, I believe. I could also see this game coming down right to the wire, and in my opinion, it's definitely going to come down right to the wire. When the Chargers and Ravens played the first time, the Ravens won 22-10, but Phillip Rivers, he wasn't able to do anything, and I remember because my brother, he had Phillip Rivers and Mike Williams and Melvin Gordon in the championship week 16, and he lost the championship, obviously. But Phillip Rivers, he just could not get the ball moving at all. And I think with a Melvin Gordon, who's going to be back and ready, he's had a couple more weeks to rest his knee. I think that's really going to change the outcome. And I do have the Chargers pulling the upset in this one. 23-20. So the point spread for this one is 41. So I'm taking the over. Baltimore is a 2.5-point favorite in this one. So all these matchups are gonna be really close. I haven't figured out which one I'd feel comfortable enough to bet. Probably the Eagles-Bears game, maybe. But I definitely wouldn't bet Houston, Dallas, or Baltimore's game. Those are all gonna be too close to handle, in my opinion. But back to the Chargers-Ravens. And the Ravens game script to win this one is the same as it was in Week 16. Just run the ball. Run the ball and get pressure to Phillip Rivers. He's not going to be able to move. Phillip. And when he gets upset, when you get him rattled, you can see it in his face and you can see it in how he plays. He's just not as confident in what he does. So I think Phillip Rivers is going to get the best of the Ravens, but I could easily see the Ravens winning this one. So now, on to our last game of the week end. It is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Chicago Bears. Oh, also, the Chargers-Ravens is Sunday, January 6th at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:05 for Central. Now finally our last game is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Chicago Bears. This one I feel a little better in betting. So Chicago is a 6-point favorite in this one. I'm not taking Chicago. I'm taking the Eagles, but I'm taking the Bears to win. So I think the Eagles cover, but I don't see Chicago winning by 6 points. However, Chicago could easily win by 6 points for sure. All these teams can blow up. The Colts or Texans can blow up. The Seattle Cowboys could blow up. The Chargers Ravens definitely. But the Eagles Bears, that game, this game is only a 41-point spread. But I could definitely see this game becoming a shootout. Because it is Nick Foles, man. He won a Super Bowl. And I don't know how, but he was able to lead the Eagles to a Super Bowl championship last year. So he's got some magic in him somewhere, and this game can definitely be the most high-scoring game of the weekend. But I still think the Bears are going to come out victorious in this one, 27-23. The point spread is 41. So all the games, like I said, I was taking over. And we'll see how that plays out. One of these games is going under. I just don't know which one. It'll probably be the Eagles-Bears, honestly, but who knows. The Eagles, they had a great run towards the end of the year. But the Bears' defense it's no joke. It's scary how good they are. And with Nick Foles a little beat up, all it could take is one hit from Khalil Mack, a sack, and Foles could be out of the game. And I don't know if you want Nate Sudfeld leading you to victory in the playoffs. And the Bears just have been able to find something with Mitch Trubisky and Tariq Cohen and Jordan Howard. They've just been able to run the ball, and it's been successful. And we'll see if the Bears can continue to do this one. I could see the Eagles winning on a last-minute drive, but at the end of the day, I think the Bears are gonna go home victorious. So for the recap, I picked the Texans to win 27-24. I took Seattle to beat the Cowboys 24-20. I took the Chargers to beat the Ravens 23-20. I took the Bears to beat the Eagles 27-23. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a great weekend of football. I think these games are going to be close. They're going to be hard fought. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. And tomorrow, Saturday, January 5th, I'll be coming out with another video, and you're definitely going to want to tune into that one. I'm not going to give any hint away yet, but it's going to be a really good one. So you definitely want to like and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you win some money, and let me know if you do. This has been Wade with Tungsten Cat Gaming. Have a great day.